Hi friends, imagine born to a country where voice for freedom is chained, rights are exploited and humanity ruined. But today, because of our valors, of our great leaders, we aren't in captivity anymore. Let's look the history of Indian independence. How we gained freedom from the grasp of Britishers.
On August 15, 1947, India had achieved independence after years of struggle. It is a story of valiant sacrifice of our freedom fighters and people of India to attain freedom from the claws of the British. Indian independence movement is a series of activities that took place with the ultimate goal of bringing an end of British rule in India. The movement during Indian freedom struggle spanned for 19 years, from 1857 to 1947. The Revolt of 1857. The Revolt of 1857 was the first ever war for Indian independence. It started on May 10, 1857 at Meerut. It was the first large-scale rebellion against the East India Company. The revolt was unsuccessful, but it made a major impact on the public. Mangal Pandey was one of the major part of the revolution, as he declared rebellion against his commanders and fired the first shot on the British officers. 20th December 1885, the International Congress was founded at Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit College in Bombay. With 72 delegates in attendance, Hume assumed office as the General Secretary and Umesh Chandra Banerjee of Calcutta was elected President. The aim of winning political rights for Indians. In 1905, the partition of Bengal leads to a massive upsurge among the people and a call for Swadeshi goods, leading to a boycott of British manufactured goods. Congress gives a call for Swaraj. It was created with the aim of representing the interests of Indian Muslims.
On 1911, Bengal partition annulled announcement by the capital of India to shift from Calcutta to Delhi. What was happening in India in 1914? 1914 to 1918. Britain drags India into World War I. In August, India as the British colony sends troops to Europe to participate as the British fighting partner in World War I against Germany. More than 1.125 million Indians had volunteered to fight for Britain in the war. 60,000 Indians lost their lives in the Great War. In 1915, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi returns to India from South Africa. He sets up ashrams in Ahmedabad the same year, which would shift to the site of Sabarmati Ashram 2 years later.
On 1919, Britain seeks to introduce the Rowlatt Act, imposing severe curbs on civil rights. There occurred a massacre at Jallianwala Bagh in Amritsar, where 400 men, women and children who had gathered to protest against the act peacefully were killed. On 1921, Gandhi launches the civil disobedience movement, calls for the boycott of British goods, calls off the movement a year later due to Chauri Chaura killing, where a mob killed policemen. One mass movement was organized in 1924 to oppose the British rule in India. That's the Khilafat movement, also known as Indian Muslim movement, which was a pan-Islamist political protest campaign launched by the Muslims of British India and led by Shaukat Ali, Maulana Muhammad Ali Jauhar, Hakim Ajmal Khan and Abdul Kalam Azad to restore the Caliph of Ottoman Caliphate.
In 1927, the British government appoints the Simon Commission in India to recommend the political reforms. Now India is the part of the Simon Commission. The Simon Commission boycotts when it visits India. In 1930, Gandhi leads the Salt Satyagraha to protest against the British government's monopoly on salt, forcing the government to amend the law. Congress boycotts the first Round Table Conference in London. In 1931, the second Round Table Conference that led to the Gandhi that ends the civil disobedience movement and granted some political rights to India.
On 1932, Gandhi concludes the Pune Pact with Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, that is, away with separate electorates for untouchables, but reserved some electoral seats for them. 1935, the Government of India Act passed by the British and gives Indian political rights at the provincial level. 1937, provincial elections were held. Final result of election were declared in February 1937. The Indian National Congress emerged in power in 8 of the provinces, the exceptions being Punjab and Sindh. The All Indian Muslim League failed to form the government to any province.
39. Outbreak of World War. The Congress Ministry resigned in October and November 1939 in protest against Viceroy Lord Lyttelton's Act on declaring India to be a belligerent in the Second World War without consulting Indian people. 1941. Subhash Chandra Bose escaped from India, joined hands with the Axis powers in fight against the British.
On May 1942, the Cripps Mission was proposed. This mission was headed by a senior minister, Sir Stafford Cripps. The Cripps mission was a failed attempt in late March 1942 by the Indian government to secure full Indian cooperation and support for their efforts in World War II. On May 1942, Gandhi meets Cripps but calls his proposal a post-dated check. Congress rejects his proposal.
August 1942, the Congress leader meet in Bombay and pass Quit India resolution calling for complete independence from the British rule. Congress leadership is arrested and Gandhi is jailed at Aga Khan Palace in Pune. The revolt break out across India and people defy the British rule and called for independence. 600 demonstrators lost their lives in clashes with the police.
In 1945, the World War II ended. The Labour Party, sympathetic to India's call for independence, forms the government. After his release, Gandhi proposed to talk with Jinnah on his two-nation theory and negotiates on the basis of partition. The SIA formula worked as acted as the basis of negotiation. But the Gandhi-Jinnah talk breaks down and the communal riot spreads out. On June 1947, the British, Congress and the Muslims agreed to the partition and independence. On August 15, 1947, India got independence from the British Empire and the handover of power was done by the Lord Mountbatten, who was the last Viceroy of India. The partition was outlined by Indian Independence Act 1947. The two self-governing dominions of government, India and Pakistan, was legally came into existence at the midnight of August 15, 1947. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of India and raised the national flag at Lahore Gate of Red Fort. It is indeed because of all these people and many unsung heroes, we are living in a free country. Their efforts are not to be forgotten. We must come together and let not allow the communal hatred divide us. Our unity is the best tribute for them, because in the end, this was the purpose of their sacrifice. Jai Hind.